नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सगगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वर परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादि गोविंद सर्व कारण कारणम। ओम तत्सत। हरे कृष्ण। By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge that is the purest, there is a knowledge by which can be very joyfully performed, and the everlasting knowledge, Susukam Kartum Avyayam. Now we are successfully studying in the 15th chapter, the yoga of the Supreme Person. Krishna is teaching us very important, like Krishna is giving us a very nice analogy to understand our life in this material world. Since we are studying Bhagavad Gita for so long, now we understand very clearly that this material world is a temporary place, and by focusing ourselves on the goals, the so-called material goals, that is actually going to the destruction of the soul in terms of the quality of our life, our future. Of course, the soul cannot be destroyed, but Krishna is teaching us that the three gateways to hell, that is nasanam atmanagad, so that leads to like degradation of the soul. So that's what we need to understand. We are all acting, we are all forced to act. Everyone is like that, no doubt. But if we can offer the results to Krishna, just we have to offer the results to Krishna, that's it. That means we should not think that the result is ours. We can only claim the results through Krishna, knowing very well that everything belongs to Krishna, and so that way we should engage everything in Krishna's service. Krishna is the enjoyer of all. Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasa. So Krishna is the enjoyer of all yajnas and tapasa, all the sacrifice and austerities. And Krishna is the Sarvaloka Maheshwara. He is the supreme controller of all the worlds, all the planets, Sarvaloka Maheshwara. And Krishna is the well-wisher of all beings, Sugurdam Sarva Bhutana. So knowing this, we need to act. Since Krishna is the enjoyer of all the results, so we need to offer all the results to Krishna. So that means we should not claim the result as ours. That is the right thing to do. Whatever we do. That's what Krishna said, that Yatkarosi, whatever we do. we have to offer it to Krishna only. Tat kurusva madarpanam. Whatever you do it as an offering unto. So if we offer everything unto Krishna, then by Krishna's causeless mercy, we will be able to go to Goloka. Yesterday, we studied at length about offering everything unto Krishna. So that means rendering devotional service to Krishna. So that helps us to free ourselves from the three modes of material nature. That helps us to go to Goloka. That helps us to remember Krishna at the time of death. That's what that helps us to go to Goloka. So that means offering everything unto Krishna, offering all the results unto Krishna. That's what will happen. First thing is that offering the results unto Krishna means we should not be thinking that we are the doers. Then only we can say that we are offering the results to Krishna. We should also think that no one is the doer. No one can do anything. We are not the doer and no one is the doer. Na kartritvam na karmani lokasya srajati prabhu na karma pala samyogam swabhavastu pravattade. That is the reality we need to understand. No one is doing anything. So that means we cannot blame anyone for their actions. It is because they are forced, they are controlled by the modes of nature. That's why they are doing like that, they are acting like that. And that is their swabhava is like that. So we need to understand that very well. But being ourselves in this material way, where everyone is controlled by the three modes of nature, everyone is controlled by their swabhava, we need to realize and understand that this is not a good place for us to stay. This is not a good place for us to live. Because everyone is controlled. And because of that, people are doing all kinds of abominable activities. That is the reality. Especially in this Kali Yuga, when the mode of ignorance is so much predominant, that's what is going to happen. This Kali Yuga is full of faults. But there is one great quality of this Kali Yuga is that simply by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, simply by engaging ourselves in Krishna's Kirtan, so we will be freed from all the bondage to this material way. That is the greatest quality of this Kali Yuga. So in Srimad Bhagavatam it is said that Kale doshe nide rajan astihi ekhan mahan gunan kirtanatteva krishnasya mukta sangha param praje. Even though this Kali Yuga is full of faults, Kale doshe nide rajan, there is one great quality, astihi ekhan mahan gunan, that is simply engaging ourselves in the glorification of Krishna, kirtanatteva krishnasya Mukta Sangha Param Brajat. We will be freed from all association, all attachment in this material way. That's why in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said very clearly that Sathatham Kirtayam Thomam Yadam Tascha Dhritavrataha Namasyam Tascha Mam Bhaktya Nityayukta Upasate. So my devotees always engaged in glorifying me through kirtans, satatam kirtayam thomam, and they endeavor, yadantascha dhritavrata, with great determination, they render devotional service unto me, and namasyantascha mam bhaktyam, so with full devotion unto me, bhaktyam, so they worship me, namasyantascha mam bhaktyam, Nitya Yukta Upasate. So they are always engaged in my service. Nitya Yukta Upasate. If you do that, then as I explained in the Krishna said in the 12th chapter, that very quickly he will be able to deliver us from this ocean of miseries. Tesamaham samudarta mrityu samsara sagarat. Without any delay. If we are able to focus our mind on Krishna, if we are able to remember Krishna all the time, if we can think only about Krishna, not about anything else, that's what chitta. So our chitta, our thoughts should be only on Krishna. So that's why Krishna said that my devotees are always thinking about me and they will be able to dedicate their life unto me and they will always talk about me. That's it. Kadayantascha mam nityam. Bodhayantaka parasparam. So bodhayantaka parasparam kadayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. That's what bringing us happiness, satisfaction. This time when we study Bhagavad Gita, that means when we are listening to Krishna, it brings us so much of happiness, so much of satisfaction. So Bhagavad Gita is the source of enjoyment, happiness, because it's the source of peace of mind. So we can free ourselves from all sufferings simply by taking shelter unto this Bhagavad Gita. Many in the past, just by listening to Krishna, just by listening to this Bhagavad Gita, Jnananam Jnanam Uttamam, Parambhuyaga Prabhakshami Jnananam Jnanam Uttamam, Yajnatva Munayaga Sarve Param Siddhi Mitho Gata. So I'm explaining to you this topmost knowledge, which is the knowledge, best knowledge of all knowledge. Jnananam Jnanam Uttamam, topmost knowledge. Yajnatva Munayaga Sarve Param Siddhi Mitho Gataga. Just by knowing this, many sages in the past have achieved the supreme destination. They have achieved the perfection. So just by knowing this Bhagavad Gita, we are going to go to Goloka. So we are knowing that Bhagavad Gita now. Ahamgi sarva yajnanam bhokta cha prabhurevacha. That's what we are knowing it. So we know that Krishna is the master of all yajnas. Krishna is the enjoyer of all yajnas. So we should dedicate our life unto Krishna, focus our mind only on Krishna. So that way we need to forget about everything in this material world. So how we can forget about everything in this material world? So we need to make sure that we should not create any new material memories. That's very important. Already so much is stored in our brain because everywhere there is pollution, noise pollution means media, so many like polluting our mind. So that's what is mind pollution. So mind is getting polluted with all kinds of useless junk information, junk data. There is no point in remembering which country won, which game they won, or what kind of movies it came, or what kind of politics happened, and all those data that is storing in our brain memory, it's not going to be of any use. So we need to make sure that we should not be creating any more such data to get to our brain. So that means we need to focus our mind all the time only on Krishna. So that's what is very important. So that means we should not be disturbed or we should not be engaged in the worldly affairs. So that's what is very important. Of course, for Krishna, to serve Krishna, to make devotees, so to identify devotees, and for that purpose, for that reason, if we know what's happening around us, that's fine. But everything should be centered towards Krishna. That's what is very important. Otherwise, in general, just like that, getting all kinds of information, talking all kinds of useless things, they are all going to be very, very bad for ourselves. So we need to purify our brain, purify our mind, intelligence, senses, because they are all the sitting places of these desires, this lust. Indriyani manobuddhi asyadisthanam uchyate etaihi vimohayati esa jnanam avritya dehi. Evam buddhe param buddva samstabhyatmanam atmanaga jahi satru mahabahu kamarupam durasam. That's what Krishna is doing. So samstabhyatmanam atmanaga. We need to control our mind. Keep our mind as our best friend, because then only we can do anything. Then only we can actually conquer our enemy in the form of lust. If you don't control our mind, if our mind is not with us, if we just leave our mind, if we let our mind to roam here and there, focus on the material sense objects, so then it is not possible for us to conquer our enemy. That's what we need to understand. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is giving us all the knowledge, how to focus our mind on him, how to even sit and where to sit and how to chant. Everything Krishna is teaching us very clearly. We just have to follow literally each and every instruction given by Krishna. That's what is very important. If you don't follow, then only it's a problem. Krishna is teaching us everything clearly in Bhagavad Gita. And we have to just follow. And normally we think that it's very difficult to follow. It's very difficult to do all those things like that. But in reality, it's actually very easy when we feel that, when we feel the separation from Krishna, when we understand very well that Krishna is our supreme Lord, and when we love Krishna, when we want to please Krishna, when we want to do everything for Krishna, so then at that point of time, it will all be becoming very easy for us to do. Nothing is going to be difficult. It's going to become very easy for us to do. So that way, Bhagavad Gita knowledge is, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is teaching us like what we want to do, and all such things are possible for us to do when we develop that love on Krishna, that faith on Krishna. Now, definitely by studying this Bhagavad Gita for so long, by attending, we are getting the full faith on Krishna. Nobody can shake our faith. There is no doubt about it. And we understand that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. So now we just have to engage ourselves in identifying all the devotees and give them this precious, matchless gift. So that is this Bhagavad Gita, this knowledge. Because this is coming through disciplic succession. So we know that. So now we need to distribute this. And this is the knowledge which can be freely distributed to everyone. So there is no need. In this case, there will not be any way one will become envious. So if a person is not envious of Krishna, if a person is a great devotee of Krishna, and then giving this knowledge to others, so it's very easy for us to do. So among the great devotees, there is no way we can differentiate a good devotee or bad devotee. A devotee is a devotee. A devotee of Krishna is a devotee. That's it. Even if one person commits the most sinful activities, but still a devotee of Krishna engaged in devotional service, he should be considered saintly only. So all the devotees should be treated equally only. So having faith on Krishna, that's what is very important. If we have faith on Krishna, so then we are in the right direction. So then Krishna will purify every one of us, no doubt about it. So that developing that faith on Krishna and understanding and listening to this Bhagavad Gita and sincerely following the instructions given by Krishna, that's what will take us to Goloka. So now we are successfully studying in the 15th chapter. So in the 15th chapter, sloka number 3 and 4, what Krishna taught us that Narupamasyeha tathopalabhyate nanto na chari na cha sampratista asvatamenam suvirudamulam asangasastrena dridena chitva tatparam tatpadam tatparimargitavyam yasmin gatha निवर्तन्ति भूयः तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्ति प्रसिद्धा पुराणी. So, narupamashyega tatopalabhyate. So, that form, it is not visible. Narupamashyega tatopalabhyate. And it has no end, beginning, or where its foundation is, it's not possible to find out. Aswattamenam suviruda moolam. That aswattam, that moolam, that roots are very strongly rooted. Krishna is talking about these roots which are going downwards. So that's what aswattamenam. Of course, in both going upwards also strongly rooted up, and going downwards also strongly rooted down. So asanga sastrena dridena chitva. One must cut them very strongly with the weapon of detachment, the roots which are going down, which are binding us to this material world. That's what we need to understand. Ataschodvam prasriddhaga, tasya sakaga, guna pravriddhaga, vishaya pravalaga. Then adascha moolani anusantatani karmanubandhini manushya loke. So these roots which are going downwards, so they are binding us to this material world. So we need to cut all these roots very strongly with the weapon of detachment. Then seek the place. Having gone, we will not come back. So that's why tataka padam tat parimargitavyam. So that about that place, we should seek for it. We should search for it. So yasmin gatan anivartanti bhuyagam. Having gone, we won't come back again. So tameva chadyam purusham prapadye. There, surrender unto that supreme original person. So Adyam Purusham Prapadye, and surrender unto him. Yataka Pravritti Prasiddha Purani, by whom this whole world is created and extended from time immemorial. So that's what Krishna is teaching us. The real form of this tree cannot be perceived in this way. No one can understand where it ends, where it begins, or where its foundation is. But with the determination, one must cut down this strongly rooted tree with the weapon of detachment. Thereafter, one must seek that place from which, having gone, one never returns, and there surrender to that supreme personality of Godhead, from whom everything began and from whom everything has extended since time immemorial. Then in the next sloka, what we are studying today, this sloka yesterday itself, we studied this sloka number 5. Nirmana Mokajita Sangadosha Adhyatma Vidya Vinivruddha Kamaga Dvandvair Vimuktaga Sukha Dukkha Samgnai Gacchantyamudaha Padamavyayam Tate. So, Nirmana Moha, Jita Sangha Dosha. So, free from false prestige, illusion, that is free from illusion, free from false prestige, and free from attachment. So, Jita Sangha Dosha, and always situated in the knowledge of the self, Adhyatma Nitya, and Vinivriddha Kama, and freed from all material desires, and Dvandvai Vimukta, and freed from the dualities in this material world, and being equal in both happiness and distress, Sukha Dukkha Samye. Then if you are like that, Gachanti Amudaga, so then that person is not a fool, and he will Padam Avyayam Tate. So he will Gachanti, he will reach the permanent abode. So there is eternal abode. Padam Avyayam Tate. So those who are free from false prestige, illusion, and false association, who understand the eternal, who are done with material lust, who are freed from the dualities of happiness and distress, and who unbewildered know how to surrender unto the Supreme Person, attain to that eternal kingdom. Then in the next sloka, Krishna is giving knowledge about that eternal kingdom. So, Natat Bhashayate Suryo न शशांको न पावकः Yadgatva na nivartante taddama paramam mama. So that abode of mind, so that's what in the previous sloka, Gachanti Amudaga Padam Abhyayam. So that place is not illuminated by sun or moon or by fire. So there is no sun, no moon, no fire in Krishna's abode. Yadgatva na nivartante taddama paramam mamam. Anyone who reaches there, yat gatva na nivartante, will not come back here. Anyone who goes there won't come back here. So that's what yat gatva na nivartante, and that place is mine, my supreme place. So that taddama paramam mama, that is my supreme abode. That's what Krishna is teaching. So if we go there, we are not going to come back. So we need to go there. So that's what is very important. That supreme abode of mind is not illumined by the sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. Srila Prabhupada added electricity also. Those who reach it never return to this material world. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, because the place is always bright. There is no darkness. So that's what we need to. By Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished the 6th sloka in the 15th chapter. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Sanjay Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Ajay Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Sanjay Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Guruji, thank you very much for the class.
Thank you.
No question from my side, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Jyoti Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for keeping us in Krishna consciousness.
Thank you, Mataji. Krishna's blessing.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Pralam.
Lord,
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Palniappan Prabhu,
Hare
Hare
Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare. So today's class is really very interesting. Specifically, today's sloga is very, very interesting because no sun and no moon, no fire, no electricity in Kolaga, that is Krishna's place. That is very, very interesting to hear that where we will be going that way when we think. It's a very interesting thing to learn. That is the thing. Daily we are seeing sun, daily moon, daily electricity, daily fire we are experiencing in material world, and it is totally going to be opposite. That is the thing. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you very much for the class, Guruji. Very, very interesting. And thank you for giving us the unshakable faith that you spoke about today, Krishna. It is, we are seeing it happening every day, Guruji, in all our, whatever we try to do, we can see Krishna's help. Yes. Right now I'm on the train, Guruji, not able to.
Hare Krishna. Hare
And
Krishna.
thank you very much for the class, Guruji.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Ram. Deepesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the class, Guruji. I'm trying to get back onto attending all classes from now on. So thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Brinda Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Guruji, Hare Krishna. Very
Hare
nice class, Guruji. So our whole effort is to rise above this material nature and be attached to Krishna, Guruji.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is our main effort, to know the Swabhava.
That is
and
correct.
not to blame anyone, because they are acting according to their swabhava.
That is correct.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Guruji. It's very
Krishna.
interesting, very difficult though, but it's very, very nice to know that we cannot blame anyone unnecessarily.
That is correct, ma'am.
But they are not aware, no, Guruji. They are not aware.
But we know that, so we will have to. We cannot make them to understand. That's very difficult. But at least being a devotee of Krishna, we should know that.
Yeah. So at that time, we have to bear the consequences because they are forced to act how they are acting.
Yes,
Yes,
is
Guruji.
everybody is forced to act. That is the reality.
Yes, but we are aware, so we have to rise above that and become more attached to Krishna. Yes, Guruji. Thank you so much. It helps you in daily life also so much. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Ajay Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam, Prabhuji.
Pranams, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, very nice Prabhuji, very nice class. I missed the classes in between.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, so I'm like traveling from New Jersey to Dallas, so the time change also.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, so whenever possible, I'll join Prabhuji. It's very nice to listen your class. Always very nice. Actually, I missed your class. Thank you, Prabhuji, for continuing. I think in between, you changed the timings, right, Prabhuji?
I didn't change the timing, but maybe
I think
sometimes
you went to India, you changed the
my
time
goal is
maybe.
what, Prabhu?
When you went to India, you changed the timings, I think.
Yeah,
something.
when I was in India, sometimes it was, yes, Prabhu, that is true.
Mhm.
Sometimes I was, but my goal is always try to start early only, like India time 8:15 at least. That is a goal, but
Yeah.
sometimes I'm starting only close to 9 o'clock in India time night. So,
Nice.
at least by
Prabhuji, coming with family tomorrow to Houston Temple.
Oh, you will be in Houston tomorrow, Prabhu?
Yeah, for this like Japa retreat.
Japa retreat?
Yeah, Rompad Maharaj.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. The Rompad Swami Maharaj, correct?
Rompad. I'm there for like 3 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Prabhu.
Very nice, Prabhu. Very
So you
nice.
will be there,
I
Prabhuji?
will not be able to participate in the Japa retreat, but I don't know. We will try to call Prabhu. Maybe we will try to meet sometime. Yeah, because I have this one.
No, you might come to Sunday temple, right? At least Sunday
Yeah,
you'll be.
Sunday evening. Yes, Prabhu, definitely.
Yeah, I'll meet you in the Sunday evening then. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. That definitely, Prabhu. Very
Thank you,
nice, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Satyendra Singh Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, Pranam.
Pranam, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Interesting session today. Also, we enjoyed the session introduction. In the beginning, you have said that we have to surrender. Surrender means that is the devotion service to Krishna, so that we can recite the name of Krishna at the time of death. That is the important. Really, interesting session day by day. We are enjoying. Thank you, Guruji, for a wonderful class. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Lakshmi Sridhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
By the costless mercy of Krishna, I could attend today's Bhagavad Gita class, the Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge which we can joyfully perform, and everlasting knowledge. We are in the chapter of Purushottama Yoga, 15th chapter, Yoga of the Supreme Person. We are understanding life in this material world in this chapter. We should not have material goals, and that which leads to degradation of the soul. Though we are forced to act, we can offer our results to Krishna. Krishna is the enjoyer of all results, supreme controller of all planets, well-wisher of all beings. We are in the mode of ignorance, which is very, very much predominant. We realize we are not doer, we are not the doer. All actions are controlled by the modes of nature as per each person's swabhava. Only Mahamantra, only chanting Mahamantra, engaging in Krishna service, we can get free from the bondage and attachments. Krishna says, my devotees are always engaged in my service with full devotion. If we think only about Krishna and not about anything else, we can dedicate life to Krishna, talk about Krishna, which brings us happiness and satisfaction. Just by listening to Bhagavad Gita, the best knowledge of all, many have achieved perfection and the supreme destination. We need to dedicate our life to Krishna, focus our mind on Krishna all the time, and not engage in worldly affairs. Purify our mind, intelligence, and senses that is controlling our mind. Bhagavad Gita and Krishna gives us all the knowledge, and we need to follow all the Krishna's instructions. It is easy to follow Krishna's instructions when we love Krishna, surrender unto Krishna, and have faith on Krishna. And we understand Krishna is the Supreme Lord. We have to spread the Bhagavad Gita knowledge. A devotee of Krishna is a devotee having faith on Krishna. Krishna purifies every one of us. In the 15th chapter, having told about the inverted banyan tree analogy, that which tells that in the 5th sloka, one who is without any false prestige, without any illusion, and who conquers the attachments and doshas, and situated in the knowledge about self, and free from all dualities, happiness and distress, is not a fool, he is a real devotee, and he will reach the eternal destination. In today's sloka, Krishna is saying, my abode, which is like that, not illuminated by sun or moon or fire. Anyone who reaches my supreme abode, there will not be going back to this material world. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mani Prabhu.
Yeah, thank you very much for today's class. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. See, in the Krishna's true world, so there is nothing to, control. So he is a complete controller, and we will be under his control. So indirectly he's saying that you practice by controlled by me, by no other means. That means let us detach and not to go for any material gain without remembering Krishna. So whatever it comes to us, it is through Krishna, and we should believe in that the source of energy is Krishna only. So that is the manobhava we have to create. So now the world order has been set. So Maya Lok has already set. So everybody going beyond that. So only few thousand people, they will understand the reality through Bhagavad Gita, and they will understand that they don't belong to this artificial materialistic world. If they do their devotion only to Krishna, the Krishna will take care of them, and there is a permanent seat at Goloka. So this detachment should happen in a very systematic manner, so that it is not impacting the others. Why? Because we are all leading our married life. We have children, sisters, brothers. There are so many, bondings has already by default happened. So we have to understand, incultivate that kind of a nature wherein which we are not influenced by others. If you want to give any help or whatever it is, you do it, and do it that it is doing by done by Krishna, not by you. So the one nice thing has happened. See, the 1960-62, this Donald Trump has given his garage, railway yard, to make for Krishna. So during those days, the chariot was not there. It has to be, the mega manufacturing has to take place. So Prabhupada doesn't have a space to create that. So I don't remember the Bhakta who went to Trump. And at first, Trump was not ready to, sign the document and give it. But it so happened that he gave it. By, happily he gave it. And the bullet which pierced through, maybe the life, he got it again. So the punya which he has done in 1960-62 has given him again a life. It is true. The fact is, it's happened, really happened. And the permission was not given at that time. And the secretary who supposed to give permission, he simply signed the paper without knowing that why he signed the paper. So it also came that I don't know who influenced me, but somehow I signed. But in the back of my mind, I thought that all these noises cannot undertake in our American road. But I don't know what influenced me, but I signed the paper, and the Yatra, Jata Yatra, what is that called? The Jagannath Temple's Yatra. It was conducted, and miles together, people participated. So this is the chamatkar of Krishna. When a person thinks about Krishna, doing something for Krishna, it happens on their own, on a natural way. They need not to bother about anything. So it's a true fact. Krishna will take care of everybody. Thank you very much for today's class. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare Krishna. Manoranjan Sagar Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji, very nice class, enlightening class. Really, this sloka is very important today. All slokas, what is about, we are very happy to be here. So, this is enlightened class. And that only to Lord, you have to surrender Lord Krishna. And in this material world, we should be free from all sorts of material desires, senses, so that we can have only that eternal bliss, a divine bliss is that really. And Mani Prabhu and Sridhar Lakshmiji to make it classes more enlightening and more brother, we are enjoying the class because of your presence, Guru, because of your mercy, we are enjoying this class and we are lucky. We should more and more devote to Lord Krishna, and nothing else in this world exists. And all these prakas, that nor sunlight, sun or moon or this pavakaha, and nothing will, only you have to only correct with Lord Krishna. So this is the Bhagavad Gita. We are fortunate to have this kind of pleasure. And thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. Sadata naman, naman, naman.
Hare Krishna. Let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtana.
Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna